I have listened to 444 444 times, and I think it is a brilliant piece of art. And it's really nice to have someone deliver a message that's very consumable and that people can receive, and it comes from somebody who looks like them. And I felt like Jay-Z's 444 did that. There may be things that we have all thought on our own about investing in our own communities and minority-owned businesses and the complexities of being Black in America and corporate America especially. And he talks about all of those things. And I just think it was an opportunity for hip hop to grow up because, as Isisara said, I mean, hip hop is 40 years old now. So
hip hop is approaching middle age,
right? Exactly,
Yeah,
and as such, the artists are approaching middle age. So I don't necessarily want to hear a hip hop album from someone who's pushing 50 talking about popping bottles at the club.
Right.
So I felt like Jay-Z did a great job. Plenty.
It's true.
So I felt like Jay-Z. It was a very adult hip hop album. So I'm curious, as the curator at the Kennedy Center, what your thoughts were on the album.
I love it. I think it's masterful. I think it continues the conversation. Like it is multidimensional. I think outside of just like the politics of it, which I think we can unpack that for days. Sure. I think the story of OJ in and of itself and like that accompanying video in which you have like a series of incredible, extraordinary, successful Black men reflecting on like what it means to be Black in America is profound. But I also think that thinking about it in relationship to love and relationship
definitely
is equally important because, like when you think about our activism, when you think about our struggle, it's like no one ever talks about the love.
Definitely.
And so much of like what we do as activists and advocates is rooted in love.
Partnership.
Yeah,
partnership between, and when you talk about being Black in America, but the partnership between a Black man and a Black woman when they're united in the struggle, it makes all the difference in the world.
It's true.
Well,
and even the messiness,
right?
Because like it's like let's have when we talk about hip hop aging, it's like and maturing. It's like like what kinds of conversations are we having?
Right.
Yes, we're talking about like the breakdown of relationship and how we come back from that. And
he's
so
a father. Jay-Z's a father.
He's a father
and a husband,
right?
And a son,
right?
Of a lesbian woman,
right?
Like all
Let's
of these
talk
things.
about
right.
all of that, and
Absolutely.
it's like the multidimensional nature and complexity of our experience, and providing space for our humanity, the things that like keep us up at night, and being able to interrogate that, like all of that is important. And so it's like when you think about 444, when you think about like J. Cole's For Your Eyes Only, like it's like there's so many incredible, when you think about Kendrick's albums, like there's so many conversations that we need to have, that the music is creating space for us to, it's like a springboard.
Can
Absolutely.
I say one thing really quickly? Sorry, Jamal.
Have at it.
We're really passionate
because
about
I'm
this.
not sure if you saw this, and I'm really actually curious everybody's take, but I'm actually curious your take as well. But if you all have seen the 443 email going around.
No, I have not seen it.
All right, I will send it to you all, but it's a letter from a woman. It's written by a woman, but it's really for men, and she talks about Jay-Z's 444, and she says there are so many women who never get to 444. We only got to 443. We were the woman that you did wrong, the woman that you left home crying, and it's viral. It's like on everybody's Facebook post. And Janae Ingram, who was one of the organizers of the Women's March, and she put a beautiful post saying, this is a beautiful post, but this is not for women. This is for men. And I hope men take this and read this. Because it was, Jay-Z has always talked about the previous relationships that prepared him for Beyonce. So I think that's something of note to talk about as well. Sorry, Jamal.
No, I think that's right. What I was just going to offer here is, I think what's really powerful, not just about Jay-Z, but also about Jay-Z and Beyonce, the way they have been living their public the public art of their lives, like they've been using art in their lives, is they are modeling for a generation of people who really don't have a lot of long-term Black relationships in their lives among people who are approaching or in middle age to witness. I think they are modeling Black love, Black adult love in a way that we haven't seen. I mean, even from the sexy, fun stuff that Beyonce was doing before Lemonade, that takes us through the pain of Lemonade, that takes us to Jay-Z's kind of explanations about where he was and how he got there and why all these things were important. I think you see, it's not just, she's after my money and he's just trying to hit it, right? Like, it's not just that conversation which we've been seeing for a long time. It's like, now here we are trying to have a conversation about love and vulnerability and sex when it's fun, and then sex when it's oppressive or it has like a negative aspect to it.
Yes.
And then we're talking about money. I mean, it's adult conversation. Right. And I think for a lot of people who really may not have, for those of us who may have it, and we don't see it in the art, and then for people who don't have couples, long-term Black couples that they witness, to be able to see them go through this, have these conversations, and then reflect that in their own lives and try to find their own path while using these markers. I think it's incredibly important work.